What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Mew used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. My theory is the river? Look at file 4, Kokichi must on the wall.
The way across that only Mew knew about. Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard knew.
Or instead of bridge.
Wait. The wall had a special setting that allowed non-human objects to pass through it.
Mew used some kind.
Wait, could we hear Kibo because he's technically not a human? Aw, Kibo. I'm sorry.
And a vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Warp
Maybe there's a place you could cross
zone!
without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across.
I agree with that.
I agree.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Yep.
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel.
I thought it was the wall in the middle that she added, to be honest.
We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass through.
Don't be naive, Shuichi.
What?
What is it, Kaito?
Jeez, Mew set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious. But it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
What?
Nothing to do with it.
You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your
Are you
edge?
gonna say she's not an object?
Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Kaito, I love you, buddy, but... Mew's avatar.
What we gotta figure... You're out. Is how Mew got from the chapel to the mansion, right? So why waste time talking about the impossible? It's pointless.
It's not.
We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now, wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object
Crap.
after all.
That was the one I needed.
You get it? So let's go through this one more time.
There's no doubt that Mew was able to pass through the wall.
But you just said so, didn't? So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
Allow me to cut through your
Cut
words.
through your words.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you. The more you try, the more
Knock
you
it
cause
off.
us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
I want to kick your ass to the curb. Stop being mean to Kaito.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
Yeah, makes sense.
That's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map.
Exactly.
I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
Now it was a vertical wall.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden
It was
passage?
the river, I think.
Because Mew said,
The end of the world.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Uh-huh.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Well, he's back.
Monotaro? Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oops.
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
You're lucky you're cute. That's what I say to Samson all the time. He's lucky he's cute. Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Mew to get the Cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program?
It's the middle wall, the loading zone.
If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
Go into it's okay.
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
all right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking
That's
about.
okay, buddy.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing.
Just plain worried, huh?
Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The loading zone? The loud noise.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Right. The people over at the chapel heard it too.
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point.
Well, it's not entirely true.
Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
Oh no! That was Kibo's voice.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Which one?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something, pretending not to know.
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it
Now,
like that.
get him, Gonta.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Are we just talking about the loading zone? Oh boy. I hate this one! What weird phenomenon occurred? Okay, erase a bunch right there. And then erase Those ones. Why aren't you erasing? What? Okay, my click wasn't registering. That was something. Okay, this is fine so far. Still fine so far. Still good. The bridge, right, it washing down the bridge, right? Oh, shoot. Right, this is gonna be a problem, isn't it? Ah, so close. So close. What? Come on. There's no way to get those nicely dealt with, is there? Not really, no. Just break it.
I see it!
Right, the sign flowing back around.
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river.
Mm-hmm.
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how it got there. What are we? We're right into. Okay, another psych taxi. Da 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 da. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I think that's Mario Circuit. Yeah, probably. Or maybe it's like it's like the city level in Double Dash. At which point was the signboard flipped away? The loading zone, right? The river. Okay, get it. I need a golden mushroom. Oh, you dodged me. You tricky block. Ah, get it. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Where's the end of the river? It's over by the chapel. Oh, there's 4 phases here. I hope they're okay with just getting run over to be picked up. Because, I mean, unless it's the magic car that just, like, swoops them up, that's gonna really hurt. Shoot. Get them all! Get at least some of them! Okay, we got some of them. Look, I'm not that great at racing games. What was it, the signboard? Where was it found after it was supposed to wait? Over by the mansion. Blinking high. Mansion. Are we done? It's all coming together. Oh my god, nope. Why are so many of those billboards of Samuki? I'm missing them. Gotta slow down just enough to get them, maybe? Maybe not. Got it. Mostly done. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard flow? What do you mean? With the current, obviously. What? It flowed like all the way through with the current. Fine, against the current, I guess, technically. But not really. It would be on the other side of the rock if it flowed against the current. It would have flowed... Stupid. It would have been on the other side of the rock. It didn't flow against the current. It floated downward, went all the way through.
Was carried against the river's
It was
current.
not!
We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct?
I still think it did, and then it, like, looped around.
It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
It's not the worst idea ever.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic.
What?
We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know. But Shuichi should know, right?
Should Shuichi know?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know Shuichi?
Not yet.
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
What? What's the question? What clue is related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried down the river? Sure. There's something only Mew knew about.
Damn it!
Okay, damn, that's a lot of damage.
This is it! It might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through.
Right, well, I've been saying the whole time that it looped
The sign
around.
should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
It loops. It's pretty simple.
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
It's just a loop. Signboard passed through the wall but ends up on the mansion side. It's a loop!
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. It's a loop! It's easy. Downstream and upstream connect.
That's it! What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Yep. Makes sense.
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Right.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected
No, that's a
and
fair
it goes through the
point.
chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
In that case...
I got it!
I know
I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls, they're the same wall.
That's
It's a big cylinder.
The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
The same wall?
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected.
It's a cylinder.
Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Literally.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch!
Why are you so excited?
If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
It's a loop. The secret, huh? We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. Hangman's Gambit. What's the question? Anagram. What is the unique feature of the virtual world? Loop. Not loop. R. D. Okay, M. Okay, no, it's a W. Let's try W. Or an O. Okay, O. R. World. It's obviously world. The world loops, right? Like... Yep. There's an O. 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 P. You just need an S.
I see now. Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop. Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
But me, you added a wall to make it seem like they weren't.
Virtual world loops?
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream,
Yep.
and floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
So you can't really go up, though.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
Nah.
A looping world. That's more extreme. ordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes. But first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts.
At the loading zone?
Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
The loading zone.
There! The map loading point was where the virtual world looped.
Right.
We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map.
It's on the edge. Mio made the map.
But the loading point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather...
Right in the middle.
Her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Makes sense.
Impressive, Shuichi! For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
I do not like the way you were speaking.
For you to get this far? What are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap.
What trap?
It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
When they were really right next to each
But
other.
the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Did you already know all of this, Kokichi?
Yeah. If Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
It's not good for you all to be depending on Shuichi so hard.
Thanks, Shuichi.
What if he dies?
You saved us.
You're welcome.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit.
True.
That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
Kaido, the Danganronpa protagonist.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What is his plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaido on purpose. There's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Mew. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve if we can't find the culprit. It'd be all for nothing. I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Mew's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed... I don't know. Intermission time.